In a peaceful village lived two brothers, Samuel and David. They grew up sharing everything: a single bedroom, one pair of sandals between them, and dreams of building a better life together. When their parents passed away, they stood beside each other and promised, no matter where life takes us, we will never turn our backs on each other. Life, however, had different plans. Samuel was ambitious and moved to the city. He worked tirelessly, started a business, and within a few years became one of the wealthiest men in the region. He built a magnificent house, drove expensive cars, and was admired by many. David remained in the village. He became a school teacher, earning just enough to care for his wife and children. Though his life was simple, he was respected for his honesty and kindness. As time passed, Samuel became so consumed by wealth and status that he slowly drifted away from his brother. He rarely visited, seldom answered David's calls, and began to feel embarrassed by his brother's modest lifestyle. One year, disaster struck the village. Heavy floods destroyed David's home and swept away nearly everything his family owned. With nowhere else to turn, David traveled to the city to ask his brother for a small loan so he could rebuild his life. Samuel welcomed him politely, but when David explained his situation, Samuel frowned. "I worked hard for everything I have," Samuel said. "You should have planned better." "I can't keep solving other people's problems." David lowered his head. He thanked his brother for his time and quietly returned to the village, carrying nothing but disappointment. Instead of allowing bitterness to consume him, David started over. Friends, neighbors, and former students came together to help rebuild his home. They donated materials, shared food, and volunteered their time. Slowly, life returned to normal. Years later, Samuel's business collapsed after a trusted partner betrayed him. His properties were seized, his savings vanished, and the friends who had once surrounded him disappeared almost overnight. Ashamed and heartbroken, Samuel remembered the promise he and David had made as children. With nowhere else to go, he traveled back to the village. As he approached David's home, he hesitated. He expected anger, rejection, or at least a reminder of the day he had refused to help. Instead, David opened the door with a smile. "Brother," he said warmly, "you re-home?" Samuel's eyes filled with tears. "I don't deserve your kindness after the way I treated you." David placed a hand on his shoulder. "If I repay hurt with hurt, then we both lose. Family isn't tested when life is easy, it's tested when someone falls." David welcomed Samuel into his home. Though he had little, he shared everything he had. Together, they worked the land, rebuilt Samuel's confidence, and slowly created a new beginning. Samuel eventually found honest work and regained stability. But this time, he carried a lesson that wealth had never taught him. He spent the rest of his life helping others, especially those who were struggling, because he had learned that riches can disappear in a moment, but love, forgiveness, and family are treasures that endure. Wealth may come and go, but compassion, forgiveness, and loyalty to family are the true riches that last a lifetime.